Hey, I'm in Sotogrande. Came here to rest for a few days. You know, maybe play a little golf, spend some time by the beach, do little walks around the marina, eat way too many tapas. And after that, I'll finally rest. You spend the whole day outside.
And somehow coming home is still the best part. Welcome back to the channel, and finally after a long time we're again in Sotogrande. Today a very interesting one since we did the last one in Sierra Blanca. This is Aldebaran. It's priced exactly the same as Villa George, which is now sold, and it's going to be very interesting to compare both what you can get in Sierra Blanca and what you can get in Sotogrande. First of all, this house is really complete. It was newly built, just finished a few months ago, very tech-averse, and the first thing it is, to enter the house, you have the facial recognition just over here. Let's check inside. And even before we come in, we have all these details with marble handle on both sides, big pivoting door, and we have the wood paneling all around the house. And as I mentioned at the beginning, it's a very detail-averse, completely furnished, decorated beautifully until the last plate. Fantastic job by the interior designer Carlos Tenorio. We had a house from him before, which was sold very quickly, and I think one of the main things it was that it was so complete, it was so full, it had so much of the character, which we'll see today also in Aldebaran. So first of all, as we see when you walk in, you have this huge double height ceiling completely in the middle of the house, of the heart of the house. We have a big lounge area over here. Right behind me on this side, we have the panic room, and of course where you keep all the demotics, keep it very tidy. And then to host people, you have a lot of hidden cupboards all around. As I mentioned, there's a lot of paneling all around, which I love. So you can really see that a lot of the pillars, a lot of the foundation of the house is completely hidden. So that's why I love this house, how complete it is and how everything is just flowing together. Like this sofa, for example, we see that the carpet, everything is done completely and solely bespoke for this house. This is the main living space of the house. That's why we have the motorized TV just over here. It's very convenient because it creates kind of this barrier between the dining area and the living area. So when you have your kids, or first of all, maybe when you're hosting your dinner, the good thing is, first of all, that it's a very, very big area to entertain. But it's very cool because at the same time, while you're having even more formal gatherings, you can still put your kids just right here over you, have your own piece. So I love this distribution overall. And to mention the whole distribution of the house, especially now we're on the ground floor, I actually love that there is not a single bedroom on the ground floor. Why? Because this creates so much more space for the living. The kitchen is very big. We have the chef's kitchen as well, just behind. We'll see that in a minute. We have next to the dining area, we have another breakfast area. So the whole floor is basically to entertain. And upstairs we have 4 bedrooms and we have 2 more downstairs. So I think it's just such a convenient layout. We continue onwards to the eastern side, and you'll see a lot of the smaller features in the house. One of them is down here below, which we'll keep for a bit later. But as we continue, we can find some more features like here on my right. As I mentioned before, all the pillars are paneled. And even behind these panels, we have all the light features, which at night they come out even more. One thing we have, first of all, the guest toilet is just over here, so very convenient between the living room and the kitchen. And we have another smaller feature, which is to display your Chinese glassware or porcelain or whatever you want to. Again, very close either to the bar or to the kitchen itself. We continue to first of 2 kitchens we have, and the first one, what an art piece it is. It's super chic. It's all about the design and display. As you can see in front of me, we have 2 wine fridges and a wine rack over there, and then 2 glass cabinets on each side. As you can see, this kitchen is made more to display, to show. maybe do some simple meals, either breakfast or maybe lunch. As you can see, we only have one cooking stove over here, plenty of cabinets through the whole width, but there's a surprise because just behind this little doors, we have a fully functioning chef's kitchen. We have a gas stovetop as well as the induction, huge sub-zero fridge and freezer, so plenty of space. It's almost twice the size of this kitchen over here. So either for your sophisticated dinners or even your easy breakfast, you have plenty of space to cook. Okay, let's continue. Before we go outside, we have Schuko sliding doors, which having the dining area outside for 10 people, it's very convenient having it next to the kitchen, that you can really have it completely open. It's flowing very nicely. And I have to mention this piece of our table, because we mentioned a couple times now that the house itself is furnished in a way that it really looks like an art piece, especially the kitchen. Now this dining table is just gorgeous. It's really a chef's kiss. From the outside now, we can first time really observe the architecture. We mentioned now a lot of times the modern architecture seems that it can get very basic, but in this case, the architect really did a good job. And in Andalusia, normally we have a problem with shading, especially the terraced part. And in this case, as you can see, the way it's built, that the shell of the first floor covers perfectly the ground floor as well as the outdoor dining area together with the whole first floor. And next to this modern architecture, as always, we're in Spain, you need a lot of the outdoor space. Of course, here, a huge lounge area, another coffee table that really complements the dining area. But over here on this side, we have a big entertaining space together with the pool. First of all, the pool is infinity, is in the same level as the whole terrace. So even from the pool level, you have absolute complete open sea views. The good thing is you have kind of the more shallow part of the pool, as we call it sometimes, even the baby part, together with 3 sunbeds and the fire pit in the middle. So as you can see, plenty of space to entertain outside. And we'll see even more space because we have a huge plot of 2,600, but we can access the rest of the plot from the lower level. But now let's have a look at the 3 bedrooms upstairs and the master suite. As we mentioned, we have 4 bedrooms. We have 3 on one side and we have the master suite completely on the eastern side. Now, your doubt was maybe that having all the bedrooms on the first floor, they're fairly small, but the reality is very spacious. They're all en suite. As we see the toilet right at the beginning, we have basically 2 sinks, his or hers, the shower over here. I think in total, we're looking over 30 square meters just of this. This is not even a secondary master. This is a normal sized bedroom. And I like the design that it feels like you're on a yacht, especially with all the paneling. The carpentry here is just so amazing. And all the TVs are hidden behind the mirrors. This is in all the rooms. We saw this downstairs at the kitchen as well. Having even all the countertops made from marble, you can see that really each detail in the house is really well thought through. This is just one of the bedrooms, but let's see now a proper master suite. Going towards the master suite, we have 2 more bedrooms here, like we mentioned before. Again, little details like all the pillars are wallpapered. This staircase, again, having this contrast of marble throughout the whole house and wooden floor just on the staircase, I think it gives so much character. And actually one of my favorite places, I know I also said that on the terrace with all the views, but having this double height ceiling, I love the light fixture in the middle. It's not what you normally see, and especially the custom-made sofa over here. I think it just gives so much to the house. And at the same time, having the windows on the other side, we have a lot of the water and light fixtures, and in the evening this house becomes so charming that even here, just walking from, for example, from the elevator to your master, it almost feels like a dream. So here we are, we're at the master suite, and you'll see that it really feels so big that you don't miss even more extra space in any of the bedrooms, and not even the master suite was compromised. As you'll see, we have kind of two wings. On this side, we have her sink. Of course, you have her own makeup corner over here, places to keep your jewelry. As we mentioned, it repeats throughout the whole house. Again, the paneling and the first walk-in closet, that it's hers normally, covered in textile. And inside, obviously, we have the automated lighting system. And on the left, we have another kind of big display cabinet for your clothes. All the hangers are dressed in leather. Another little thing that normally, of course, you put it in the bathroom, but I think, again, to showcase, to enjoy the piece, enjoy the views that you have over here, we have the standalone tub on this side, and then we move towards the sleeping area. Apart from the ceiling, you don't see again the foundation of the house, and almost never I've seen to really have a leather backboard. And this trend actually continues all the way around on this side where you have the his sink. We have a little lounge area over here, another mirror, and then a bit of more wardrobe space, obviously much smaller for him. Again, obviously with automatic lighting. We have a bit of more cupboard space over here, obviously next to his sink. And then another corner either can be as a very small office space. We have some more space down in the lower level, or if maybe more place needed for the makeup corner, obviously. So as you can see, we made our way all around the sleeping space, and right behind the bed, it's where you actually have the toilets, you have the showers. And another interesting thing, again, nothing is small. We have two toilets, we have two showers, and we have two spaces to either keep your cosmetics or whatever else you need. So plenty of space. It's basically in a private apartment of someone. So we're talking about 80 square meters of the master suite. So we've done everything on the ground floor, we've seen everything on the first floor, and we have two more bedrooms downstairs and a bit more surprises in the lower level. And we're ending the property in the lower level. The first thing in the first room of the lower level that really stands out is the cinema room, is the entertaining room, it's the bar area, it's everything you want it to be. I think it's good that it's so multi-usal, because you can have it either for your kids, or in the evenings you can host your best friends over here. And if you remember, in the entry foyer upstairs, we had a round part of the marble, and this is this display cabinet over here. It's pre-installed, that it can be motorized, it can actually go up and down, but for the moment, again, it's only pre-installed. But talking about having something to really impress your friends, impress your guests, is this over here. And this is only the first part of the lower level, but let's explore what else we have in store. So we made our way actually downstairs here. We have the laundry and the machine room just behind us. As we mentioned, the cinema entertaining area over here. Another bedroom over here. We have one more to explore. So at the moment, making it 5. And we're making it now to the front of the house. And this is where you normally access the house, is your garage. We have 3 car parking spaces covered. We have another 3 or 4 uncovered. But you make your way over here, and here again, plenty of surprises. First of all, we have some new pattern for the paneling over here, and which leads us to the guest toilet, obviously for the gym up front. We have the standalone sink, all made from marble. The faucet here as well from Maxor, really beautifully done. And we have the North gym, and behind the mirror again, we have the TV hidden completely, so very minimal, feels very luxurious at the same time. And another feature that especially happens when you have a complete flat plot is that it's sometimes very difficult to get some natural light in the house, in the lower level. In this case, they just used it as a design feature, and it is the window looking over towards the outdoor pool. And from the gym, of course, we connect over here to your spa area. You have your finished sauna over here. On this side, obviously either the bathtub or jacuzzi, it's up to you, however you want to use it. And just behind me, you have plenty more of the cupboard space. The wardrobes is, if you have your own guests, either for you, you can have it completely separate in the house. So even if you're working out downstairs, you can have your clothes downstairs. You don't go up and down all the time. So everything is very convenient. And let's have a look at the last bedroom, which is not any less impressive than any of the last ones we've seen. Again, so many design features from the bed already. We have the headboard over here, paneled up. Again, a different kind of pattern. Just behind the headboard, you have another kind of either office space, makeup corner, up to you to decide. We have cabinet, display cabinet on both sides. It feels like a proper walk-in closet over here. And everything, it's still with your sea views. And remember, we're here now on the lower level of the house. Even here, when we move towards, we have another standalone bath. We have a proper big shower, and just behind the toilet and the two sinks. Again, everything completely open, all glassed at the same time with a complete privacy. And let's end this property tour with what we haven't discovered yet, and this is the proper garden space. And to remind again that the plot size is 2,600 square meters. You have all the space you need in the house, 6 bedrooms, you have the garage, you have huge terrace with many different areas to really enjoy. You have a huge pool, open sea views, and you still have a lot of lawn to actually use. Either for your kids to play football, you can have for volleyball, even badminton, whatever you need. And there's actually a part between the lawn itself and the street that it's actually filled with landscaping. So not only the details we've seen inside the house, but also the details on the outside. For the moment, it's still very fresh. It's been planted just recently, but once it's grown, it's gonna be really top notch. And with this, we're ending this week's property tour with the scenery just behind me. It's always a pleasure to come back to Sotogrande, enjoy the facilities, and especially enjoy touring the houses like this. So tune in the next time and let us know in the comments what you think about this one.
Jiva, get ready.
Coming, 5 more minutes.